Hey everyone, welcome back to Rehab and Revive Physical Therapy. My name is Dr. Luo, and today we're doing an insanity warm-up. So insanity has a lot of jumping, push-ups, squats, forward bends. So this video is geared towards improving those four tasks. Also, if you're doing another plyometric home exercise that you feel like has those four tasks, this video is appropriate for that as well. So if you've done insanity before, you know that the hardest part is actually the warm-up, getting into it. Well, here's a pre-warm-up you can do to warm up for the warm-up. Let's start by warming up the ankles. This exercise is a single leg heel raise, which is not easy, but neither is insanity. Feel free to hold on to the back of a chair or something sturdy for balance. We're going to do a minute on each side, so it doesn't matter how many reps you do. If you find it too difficult to do a single leg raise, you can do a double leg raise as shown on the left. Or if you find it too easy, you can also do a single leg heel raise, not holding on to your hips, arms out to the side or arms forward. So Ashley's doing a great job with the progression, but we see she's sort of having to put her other foot down multiple times, and this might be too hard. So if you are finding that you're not able to balance as well, you're touching your legs together, touching your other leg down, or falling over, that's probably too hard. Grab a chair, no shame in that. Let's move on to stabilizing the knee. So we can do this with a yoga ball against the wall, and you can place the yoga ball right against the back of your knee. So you're going to slowly bend and straighten your knee. Don't need to bend too much. We're just working the end range extension of your knee. That's going to really work out those stabilizers, and you should feel a burn in the quad, also the hamstring, maybe even the calf a little bit. Try to activate all three of these muscles. If it's too easy for you, you may want to slide your heel back. That increases the resistance of the yoga ball. Keep on going. You're doing a great job. For this next exercise, you're going to need a dowel, a broomstick, a golf club, whatever you have available. You're going to press it against your back and make sure that it's touching your entire back, especially at your tailbone and the base of your neck. Try your best to get your lumbar spine flat against the stick. If you can't, that's fine. So you're going to hold the stick against your back and do some squats. Squat down only to a depth that's comfortable for you, not any further. So we see Ashley's squat is a little bit quad dominant. Her ankles are a little bit lacking in range of motion and her knees are coming too far forward. I would recommend that Ashley does the seated version, which is easier, and you're working on hip hinging. The whole goal is to keep your spine in neutral, completely straight, as you move your hips. So you're teaching your brain, I can move my hips without moving my back, and that really protects your back during a lot of those insanity motions. So for this next exercise, we're working on shoulder stability by doing shoulder clocks. So you're going to imagine there's a clock on your shoulder, 12 o'clock towards your head, 6 o'clock towards your feet. Now Ashley is going into, I think that's 5 o'clock now, 6 o'clock. So as you go to each hour, you want to come back to the center, go to the next hour, make sure it's smooth, make sure the motion is slow, and make sure you're going in the right direction. Now, I want you to, when you start off, do each hour. Do 1, do 2, go all the way around, and then go counterclockwise. Find out which hours are hard for you to do. You can check out our more detailed video on how to do this in the link below. After you've found out which hours are difficult for you, work into those more. Spend about a minute working into those more difficult ranges because you don't need to work on the ones that you're already good at. After about a minute, you're going to switch. Continuing with the theme of shoulder stability, Ashley is now doing wall planks. She's standing pretty close to the wall, shoulders about 90 degrees, and all you're doing is pressing your elbows into the wall and arching your upper back. Hold this position. If you find it too easy, you can take a step away from the wall, like Ashley's doing below, and make it a little bit harder. But make sure that your back stays arched. Your upper back stays arched. Push your elbows into the wall. And then you can lift one elbow. Now you're hovering one elbow off the wall while still stabilizing in the other elbow. So try to do it about a minute on both sides. Now we're going to move on to postural rebalancing. So you did the plank on the wall. Now we're doing a modified plank on the ground. So we're going to start with knees right below the hips, like Ashley's doing right in the middle here. And you want to make sure that your back doesn't sag, doesn't arch up too high. I want you to keep it in neutral. Find whatever's neutral for you. It may not be the same for everyone. Ashley's showing you a back that's sagged, that's not activating the core, and then she's showing you a neutral back. To make it a little more difficult, you can move your knees back a little bit, and now we see Ashley's knees are a little farther back, hips are a little more extended. To really make it difficult, you can go onto your feet, do a full plank. I want you to keep your butt in the air if you have to. If you can go down and go completely flat, great for you, but I don't think there's a lot of people who can do that. Just do what's appropriate for you and carry that theme into insanity. You're going to modify your exercises so that they're appropriate for you to prevent injury. So this one is a brain training exercise. You're going to be doing a lot of squatting in Insanity, and I want you to be automatic with your knee tracking. Your knees should track right in between your first and second toe every single time. So we can see a lot of knee instability if your knee is going inward. And now Ashley's showing a knee that's going too far outward. That's also not good for knee health. You want to make sure that the knee tracks straight forward. Also, you want to make sure your squat isn't going too far back. You want to allow your ankles to bend a little bit. But you also don't want to allow your knees to go too far forward. Your hips and knees should be dropping at the same time. Great job! Now that you've warmed up your joint stabilizers and your neuromuscular system, feel free to start doing Insanity. Do the warm-up, don't skip the stretch like Shaun T says, and remember, the models in the video are going at the pace of professional trainers. So go at your own pace, go slow if you need to. If you liked the video, if you feel ready to do Insanity, leave us a like, subscribe, hit that bell, and leave us a comment below. Tell us how far along you are in your Insanity routine. Check us out on Monday. You're going to see my weigh-in results for how much weight I lost in a week of Insanity. Also, we're going to talk more about not getting injured while doing Insanity. We're here at Rehab and Physical Therapy. I'm Dr. Luo, and we'll see you in the next video.